Hey guys, this is a video of substitution. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be substituting in an expression or a number into the other equation. So here's an example right here that you can refer to. I'm going to go ahead and do these bottom equations. This is just the first part where you have to choose what you're substituting in. So I'm going to circle this because it says y equals, and I'm going to be substituting it in for y because right here it tells me substitute it in for y. And then this one right here, it says y equals, so I'm going to substitute this expression, 2 minus x, in for y, because it says y. I'm going to do this last one here. I'm taking this expression, 2y plus 2, and I'm going to substitute it into x. So I would go ahead and pause the video right now and try the other two problems. Okay, so here's a full worked out solution of substituting here. I'm going to go ahead and work out this one with you. So I'm going to take this first equation right here, and I'm going to substitute this part, y minus 3, into my second equation, this one in green here. So I'm going to substitute this part in for x. Okay, so then what I have is I have 5, and instead of writing x, I'm going to write down this expression right here, the y minus 3. And I'm going to bring down everything else. I have a plus 3y, and I have equals 1. Now I only have one variable, and I can solve. So I'm going to distribute. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. I'm going to bring down the 3 and the y. So my next step is adding like terms. So I get to take 5y and 3y, and that gives me 8y. And I'm going to bring everything else down. And then I have to make my 0 pair. So I'm going to do plus 15 here, plus 15 here. And I get 8y is equal to 16. And then lastly, I just got to solve that one step equation. So I'm going to divide by 8, and I get y equals 2. So I'm only halfway done. This is only a part of my solution. What I just found was the y value. So I'm going to go ahead and put a y value of 2 up there. So now I just need to choose which expression I'm going to use. Am I going to use that yellow equation or this green equation? And for me, that top equation, the yellow one, I'm going to just rewrite it right here. The x equals y minus 3, and I'm going to substitute in 2 here. So I'm taking this answer that I got, and I'm going to substitute it right in here. So I'm going to say 2. And then I get x equals 2 minus 3, and 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So that's my x value, and I'm going to put it right back up here. So my answer is negative 1, 2. Okay. All right. So the last one I'm going to do is this one right here. I'm going to take my two equations. This equation right here is solved for y. It says y equals that negative 4x. So I'm going to take that negative 4x, and I'm going to substitute it into the other equation for y. So I'm going to bring down my 6x, bring down the plus sign, and instead of writing this y, I'm going to substitute in my negative 4x. And then I'm going to bring down everything else. So I'm just going to simplify and rewrite the next line to 6x minus 4x. And then 6x minus 4x is 2x. And 2x equals 6. I just have to divide by 2. And I get x equals 3. So again, I just found half of my answer. Because remember, it's an x, y. Okay, so now I'm going to choose whether I want to write down this yellow one or this green one. And looking at it, obviously, well, I see, obviously, the yellow one right here is the one I want to substitute that 3 in for. So I'm going to write y equals negative 4x. I'm going to substitute that in for x right here. So parentheses 3, bring down the negative 4, bring down the y and the equals, and y equals negative 12. So my final answer with my x and my y should be 3, negative 12. And that's my final answer. Good luck.